The budget crisis and misguided priorities are hurting Iowa families. Former colleague of ours, Mike Conley, used to say, "You know it, I know it, and the people of Iowa know it." Your fiscally irresponsible borrowing and budgeting practices are damaging our families and economy. For the past 8 years, state budgets for virtually every department have been frozen. Let me say that again. For the past 8 years, virtually every department of state government has had a frozen budget. There are hundreds of fewer employees providing services to Iowans. That hurts our kids in foster care. It hurts students who need extra help in our schools. It hurts communities when local schools are forced to close. And it's massively hurting thousands of Iowa families who have a parent, spouse, or child living with a disability or mental illness. Your irresponsible budget practices have cut through the bone of essential state services. At the same time, your continued support of unsustainable and irresponsible policies that have drained our treasury to fatten the bottom lines of large out-of-state corporations have failed to produce the promised jobs and are bankrupting our state. Until you reckon with this bloated state tax credit and giveaway system, Iowa will continue in this downward spiral. I don't know about you, but is anybody else feeling GOP budget whiplash? Just 2 weeks ago, Senate Republicans cut $52 million out of the state budget. Senator Snyder told us we have a spending problem. Now the ink is barely dry on the spreadsheets we got this morning, and here we are, Senate Republicans now just proposing $32 million in mid-year cuts. $18 million more in spending over just the past 2 weeks. If you look back just 12 months ago, this week, Senate and House and the Governor Reynolds cut $88 million out of the 17 budget. Then they borrowed $140 million. And here we are today, less than 12 months on the third major decision by GOP budgeters. I guess you think closing 30 courthouses is a bad idea. Appreciate that. Closing state parks, raising tuition on every college kid. Iowans will know in a couple of weeks the details of your plan as the Department of Management and these departments put details to which Iowans are going to be hurt by these cuts. We don't have a spending problem. We have a priorities and a management problem. You are driving people and jobs out of the state of Iowa. If Republicans had joined with Democrats in investing in a strong education system, improving worker skills, and making Iowa a more attractive place to live, Iowa would not be in this mess. Instead, with complete control of the Iowa State House, Republicans are driving down incomes, destroying jobs, borrowing money, cutting services, and driving our kids to opportunities elsewhere. Republicans have made it harder to go to a community college, harder to get mental health services, harder to be a working parent, harder in Iowa for workers to improve their skills. Republicans have made it harder for Iowa businesses to expand and made it harder for businesses to move to Iowa. Governor Reynolds and Iowa Republicans here at the State House are destroying Iowans' hopes and their opportunities to earn a little bit more and live a little bit better. Iowans are not asking for a lot out of us. They deserve so much better. But Iowa Republicans, unfortunately, are falling far short. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, we have a Senate version of this disaster. The House has their own set of numbers. The governor has her numbers. I suspect we're going to see this bill back before us again as you continue to fumble with this state budget. Mr. President, I urge a no vote on this bill today.
Chair recognizes the senator from Polk, Senator Bolkcom.